I guess I have a history of working on distressed characters who kick a lot of ass. I guess I started at Radical back in, I think it was either 99 or 2000, where we made incredible, well, we made 2 Hulk games. We made a Hulk game in 2003, which tied into the Ang Lee movie. But the game where things really came alive there was we followed that up with Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, which I think is a game which people still look on pretty fondly today. It was a really fun open world superhero game, very interactive, lots of destruction, lots of physics, lots of systems simulating in the world. It's a really fun game. Game developers play their game a lot during development, and often when they finish a game, they're kind of sick of it. It's like they've been eating the same food again and again and again. Like, I never want to have that again. Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, I can still play that today and have fun with it. It's still a fun game.
We played it a lot at Ubisoft.
Yeah.
And I told you that back when we were talking after Prototype. Ultimate Destruction is one of those developer-friendly games. Like, developers like it a lot for some reason. There's a lot of sort of newness in there, and I remember a lot of us looking at that and going, oh, it would be great if we could add that to our game, and oh, it would be great if we could add that to our game.
Yeah, and Louis Leterrier looked at that and took a lot of it for his movie too. I think Hulk is a really simple idea at the core, you know, like, emotionally he's simple, you know, angry man can hit things, like there's something everyone can relate to there as long as they're over 2 years old. There was also a great opportunity in the open world to kind of add value to the sort of interactions you can have. Weaponization was a big hit in that game, so not just having Hulk as a big dumb brute, but having him as a character who grab things, pound them, smash them, rip them apart, and make new things out of that. And that was a really kind of fun way to add life and interaction to the world. So I think ultimately it was kind of a fun sandbox to run around in and get a permission slip to do whatever you wanted, because you're that character.
Sorry, cars as boxing gloves, man. That's it. That was what it was all about.
After that, we moved on, we made Prototype. Again, a distressed, troubled character who's got a lot of physical power, really interesting way to navigate the world. That one was a little bit more difficult to make, and Hulk is a very focused game. Like, there's only certain things that Hulk did, and I think we added a lot more to the game with Prototype in terms of things that the character could do. Looking back between the 2 of them, there's something simpler about Hulk, which is easier to appreciate, which I think gave us a great focus as a developer. So I'd say out of the 2 of them, I'm definitely proud of both games, but there's something very elegant about the nature of the Hulk game, which gives me a certain fondness for it. I think it was also kind of an easier game to make at that level because some of the choices were taken away from us, and it helped us really hit the things that we could do really hard and forget about things taking on things that maybe we shouldn't have done.
So my background is almost 100%, I mean, since I've joined the console space, because I did wireless gaming for a while before that, but since I've joined the console space, it's been 100% in third-person action-adventure games. It's sort of all I've ever made. So I started at Ubisoft, sort of wrapping up production of Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, and that was great. It was a relatively short development, but a very experienced team. But the team that we ended up pulling together had a lot of the core team members from Sands of Time and Warrior Within. Then after that, starting in early 2006, I produced the Prince of Persia 2008 reboot or refresh or what have you. We didn't call it cel-shaded. Other people referred to it as cel-shaded. We had a different title for it, which I've now forgotten. But that was the stylized, visual style Prince of Persia with Elika as the partner character. I really enjoyed some of the things we tried to do on that. I really like following right now BioShock Infinite and a lot of their conversations about the kind of stuff they're trying to do there with their companion character. And I remember thinking, wow, we had those conversations. Gosh, can't wait to see what they do, right? Because obviously my expectation is that it'll be very significantly realized, that their companion character will be very rich and deep, and I'm really looking forward to that. Then in 2009, I started on a new IP at Ubisoft, which was in development for a couple of years. Ultimately, that new IP didn't work out. We ended up shelving that, and I stuck around at Ubisoft for a little bit, and then I joined here. I
spent the last couple of years before coming here working at Epic Games, and that's the home of the Unreal Engine, among other things. So, you know, here we are working in Unreal, working in an open world game. There's a bunch of familiar faces involved with this project from my history as well. Like, I knew you before I came here. I also knew Amos Kirshen, our executive producer, because I worked with him back when we did the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction over at Radical. We're kind of hired, I suppose, to some degree because of our past and our credentials.